What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Day in the Life of an HVAC Technician. Today I've got a couple service calls, a compressor replacement, then I've got a building that's got some high humidity issues I need to go look at. Let's do some work. All right, today's first job is a no cool. Customer says it's freezing up, so I'm gonna go out there and check it out, see what's going on. But first, I'm gonna get some coffee. Looks like we got a tree down. This is why I'm thankful that I keep a Sawzall, and I got a big huge pruning blade for it here as well, where I could easily just cut down these branches on the spot. So I'm gonna get this driveway cleared up real quick. This is the one freezing up here. Looks like we got some water on the circuit board. All right, so that wraps up that call for today. As you can see, it was a heat pump split unit and a downflow orientation. The drain line was clogged up, the internal pan overflowed, water came down, shorted out the circuit board. So therefore the indoor blower motor wouldn't come on and the unit was then freezing up. So what I did is I went ahead and just hardwired the blower to run continuously. That way they can get some AC, and went ahead and checked out everything else, vacuumed up the drain lines. Everything seems to be looking pretty good. When I go back to replace that circuit board, I'm gonna go through it and probably adjust the charge a little bit because the superheat was a little low. Temperature drop was a little bit high, so probably gonna look into maybe a different filter for them. But anyway, finish up that call for now, and I'm headed to downtown Nashville. I've got a evap coil that I need to replace on a water source heat pump, so that's the next job going on now. All right, I've got the unit under a vacuum now, and I'm taking a break. I'm gonna eat some lunch while that's pulling a vacuum, and then I'll get back up there, weigh the charge in, get started up. Hopefully everything starts up good, and we'll be on to the next one. All right, so that job is complete. Everything started up well. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So now the next call is right down the street, actually just a few blocks down. There's a coffee shop where they're having a humidity problem in the building, and I'm gonna meet a contractor over there and see what we can find out. All right, just wrapped up that call. That was more of like a consultation, looking at everything, looking at the equipment, talking to the customer, kind of seeing what their complaints were. Basically, this coffee shop has high humidity issues in the wintertime. So whenever they run into a situation where there's no actual load, heat load, where they don't have to run the air conditioning or the heat, actually, the humidity levels just get high because they got a lot of steam in there, the machines, the dishwasher machines, a lot of humidity being produced. So, and they're just not dehumidifying when they need to. So we're going to look into a dehumidifier, also changing some duct work, things like that to really help them out. So anyway, I just got another service call. It's actually right down the road. It's a little nail and hair salon, I believe. And I've actually been out there already, and they had a trip breaker, reset it, and now they're saying it's tripped again. So I think the compressor is starting to act up on that one. But I'm going to go check that one out now and see what's going on. It won't even reset. I did find those two terminals right there. Those were pretty loose. Let me get this panel back on. All right, so on this job, like I said earlier, I replaced the breaker about a week or so ago when I came out here originally. The first time I came out here, that breaker was tripped and it would not reset. So I replaced that breaker, turned the system on, checked everything out, and didn't find anything wrong. The amp draw looked good, so I called it good and left. So now I'm out here today. The breaker was tripped again, the new breaker. So I really started investigating all the high voltage wiring, and I did find a loose connection at the contactor. So got everything tightened up, checked all the other connections, everything looked good. So I think we're good. I think that's the reason why probably the original breaker went bad. But we're good to go on that one. Now I got to run down the street to another service call. I've been going back and forth, seems like today. I'm going to run down the street, go check a water source heat pump, and then hopefully I'll head back to my home city and run my last call so I can get home. Well, that was the easiest service call ever because I couldn't get in. Man. So yeah, that was a commercial application in an office building, and they were already closed and locked up, and the property management do not have an extra key. So had to schedule time to come back when they're actually open. So that means I can head to my last call, which is installing a heater kit on a package unit that I installed this past weekend. I had the wrong heater kit with me on Saturday, so now that I've got the right one, I'm gonna go back out there and get it installed. That should wrap up my day unless I get another call. It's almost 5 o'clock, so we'll see. All right, that wraps up that job. Electric heat kit is installed, tested, good to go. So now I'm ready to head back to the house. I've got to get the trailer set up and cleaned out and get ready for tomorrow. I've got an install to do, and then I'll be just doing some paperwork after that and calling it a night. Really appreciate you guys coming along with me and enjoying this process. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.